Hey everybody, I'm back after a bit of a hiatus. Since it's been so long, I'm just doing a quick rundown. Pretty much all the fish we got in the store. There's a lot of interesting things along with all the basics. Just got a shipment of a lot of discus and quite a few fancy betas, so enjoy those. Let's get to it. So while I've got some free time, I'm gonna just do a quick rundown of the store's inventory since it's been a while since I've done an update. We just got a bunch of discus in this week. A lot of them are actually already spoken for, unfortunately. The yellow checkerboards, the snow white, and the white tiger turquoise over there are all spoken for, along with that blue diamond, I believe. But we do have a bunch of other ones, as you can see. And let's get right to it. We'll move on down the line. Got green neon tetra, Siamese algae eaters, some 8-banded barbs and bronze cories, and a little half moon beta down there. Got some tiger limia, orange laser cories, and Norman lamp Achilles. Some half moon koi female betas, penguin tetra, and over here we've got some little rice fish, blue daisy rice fish. Then here we have some emerald eye rasbora, some panda cories down on the bottom there, and oh, there we go, ornate rainbow goby on the back. A bunch of cardinal tetra, some reticulated julii cories, gold white clouds over here, and just a few purple neons left. And somewhere hiding in this tank is allegedly a half moon candy beta, but he's hiding somewhere. And then down on the bottom, got some black Venezuelan cories. Over here we've got a bunch of rummy nose tetra, along with some peppered cories. Then here we've got orange fandanios, the kyathites. There's an Armageddon beta down there, some stairby cories, and a bunch of assassin snails. This is a cool beta that just came in. This is a black-blue avatar beta. Not giving me a good show, but he's a really cool one. And then we've got orange hatchet danios, along with some southern blue-eye rainbows. Oh, there he is. Then we got some forktail rainbows and some harlequin rasbora, and then a little Dumbo beta. And here we got a bunch of different tiger barbs. So we got the regulars, greens, and albinos. Some female guppies, along with some Venezuelan cories. And in the back there you can see a black samurai beta. We got some male guppies. Bunch of coolie loaches hanging out back there, and another Dumbo beta hiding down here. And in here we've got neon tetra, and a cool little marble who is almost all white with just blue on his tail. And last tank in this row we've got lemon tetra, along with black emperor tetra, and some false bandit cories down at the bottom. Okay, before we get over to the next row, just one thing up in the front display that is for sale is this little Mabu puffer. It's really big, so you make sure you've got a really big tank before you try to get something like this guy, but he is for sale. And here we've got reticulated hillstream loaches, and then we've got some Tanganyikan keelies, which are a really cool, somewhat rare fish from Lake Tanganyika. They get this nice iridescent blue with yellow. Then we've got pearl danios, along with torch chain loaches, and also some polka dot loaches in here. And in here, there's a few zebra danios, some black neon tetra, and some silver tip tetra. And somewhere in here, you'll just have to take my word on it, there is a blue phantom pleco. And here we've got cherry barbs and American flagfish, along with a big high fin green phantom. And here we've got black ruby barbs. There's red-tailed shark, albino rainbow sharks, and there are also a few sumo loaches hiding in here. Next one over, we got glass cats and bleeding heart tetras, along with some autosynclus. We got ember tetras, pork chop rasbora, and green neon tetra, or not, sorry, green neon rasbora. And we've got indigo barbs, or setnai barbs. And here we've got Celebes rainbows, some little sparkling gourami, and I know in here there's peacock gudgeon. Next one over, we've got honey gourami, of course, trying to hide, along with some nandus nandus, aka Indian leaf fish. And somewhere, as you can see, this substrate's all disturbed. There are a couple of eels. There's a Burmese peacock eel and an orange spot eel, both spiny eels. Over here we just have some dwarf gourami males. There is a black ghost knife hanging out in here. And there are also a tire track eel and a little zigzag eel. And here we've got little murder marbles, aka the pea puffers. And we've got clown killies, neon blue rasbora, and chili rasbora in this tank. Go over to the other side. Bigger rainbow tank, got a bunch of turquoise, some Goiter River. This is a really cool one. This is a gold rainbow male. And the other cool one in here is called a Kalitawa rainbow. The male's really a stunner. It's like a nice red up across the head. In here we've got moonlight gouramis and some giant danio, lyre tail mollies, and some bigger pearl gourami, some sword tails, some Philippine blue marble angels, and a few platinum hatchets left. Got a bunch of assorted angels in this one, and there's a little clown pleco hiding down there. And we also have some Pandagara in this tank. Next over, we've got a bunch of German blue rams. And we've got some black phantom tetra, along with Bolivian rams. And we come over to the platinum hatchets. Got Adonis tetra in here as well. Then we've got these little dwarf anchor catfish, and then pretty hard to see if you're not looking for them. These are tiny little, they call them cheetah catfish, and that is Pseudolaguvia shawai. Then over here we got Beckford pencils, along with some gold tetras. And if we can get a look at him, though you can just barely see, you just have to trust me, that's a royal pleco. And in here we got some head and tail light tetras, a few more of these Beckford pencils, and there's another royal in this tank. And the one in here is right down there. You can't really see him, unfortunately. That's a broken line royal. And over here, we got tiger pleco, some forktail rainbows, and some flame tetra. And the last tank, we've got some red-tailed rasbora, along with some dwarf neon rainbows, some really little ones. A whole school of those, and a few checker barbs hanging down at the bottom. Okay, next row over, we've got celestial pearl danios, along with some remy nose rasbora, and hanging out up top, you can just see platinum half-beak there. Don't know how many of those we've got left. I just see the one. Some German gold rams that I've been treating for maternity. Let's see, right down here you can just barely see there's Pau Abai, aka a leopard puffer. Really aggressive but pretty personable and will come out and eat right from your hand. Oh, there he is. And we've got Geophagus aporima, along with some 3-spot headstanders. These are a big relative of like a Leperinus, if you've heard of those, but a lot more peaceful. Kind of just chill, not super active, but get about 6 inches. Kind of an interesting addition if you've got bigger, somewhat aggressive fish, or you just want some big docile fish in your tank. And then here we've got some Cylindricus, we've got Gold Calvis, and some Juliedichromes back there. And here we've got Pentamelion yayairi, a few big males and some smaller females. Then here we've got this longfin African tetra. You can see a really big one that somebody brought in. And over here, we've got some white parrots, a polar parrot, a regular parrot, a couple of bigger convicts. And in here we've got the Aurelius barbs, along with some Odessa barbs, and some red-tailed hemiotis, which are those long skinny guys. Clown loaches, along with a ton of little angelfish, and some big African red-eye tetras in the back there. And we've got a bunch of electric blue acaras, including some pretty good sized guys, you can see there. Probably 4+ inches. Along with some Burma border loaches down here. Then over on the other side, we've got assorted platies, and all out of rose lines right now, unfortunately. A sort of mishmash tank of African cichlids. You've got some yellow labs, some OB peacock females. There's a Victorian hap called a thick-skin obliquitans. Red zebra over there. And here we've got one of my favorite fish. These are orange fin hill trout, Borrelius ardens. Kind of a Danio relative. And then we've also got slender tetra hanging out in there. And over here we got mascara barbs. Some tiger silver dollars, and chilling down at the bottom, of course he's gonna be hard to spot here, that is Teleogramma brichardi, kind of mean mugging me here. He's a bottom feeding river dwelling African cichlid, comes from like the rapids of the Congo River. And this tank has gotten pretty low, but we do have these Enantiopus, which are a Tanganyikan bottom dweller, close relative of Xenotilapia, if you've ever heard of them. These are still young, so aren't really showing any color, but they're definitely a unique one. And then there's this little Sumbu dwarf Compressiceps. And we've got golden gold severums, some freshwater archerfish, clouded archers, and hiding in the back there, some snakeskin barbs. And we've got the big tank with arowana, a couple of big Oscars, some really big black bar silver dollars, and a Jack Dempsey hiding back there. And in the saltwater tanks, down here is a green brittle star, big old damsel. This is probably the most asked about fish in the store. Got the orange toadfish, but he is not for sale. And we got a sailfin tang back there. And the other guy who just swooped down here is a Maculiceps tang. There's also cleaner shrimp, fire shrimp, a bunch of those guys all around. A bunch of firefish gobies, more fire shrimp. There's an imperator tang. And down here, a little tiny blue hippo tang. And up here, we've got a metallic squirrelfish. Super quick, unique little predator. Got a clown tang, a fox face, and some little spring-eye damsel back there. Oh no, it's not spring-eye, it's a yellowtail. And oh, we just barely saw him. There is a Moirai leopard wrasse, a little camera shy. And as always, we have a big zebra moray eel, as you can see, been well fed. Oh, there's poking his head out. And here's the springer-eye damsel, more firefish, more shrimp, little exquisite fairy wrasse. There's a health-free tri-firefish, and an Ocellaris clown. Alright, then we've got a couple more Ocellaris, some emerald crabs. And I had to dig around in this tank catching something this not long ago, so everything's a little spooked. But there is a lot more blenny hiding in here, along with a engineer goby. Another clown, some more firefish. And here we got Roland damsels. Got a couple of snowflake Ocellaris clowns. Purple firefish. There's a percula. More springer eyes. Some super tiny engineer gobies. And hiding down underneath there is a flame hawk. And here we have a snowflake eel. You can just barely see him poking his head out there. A little yellow-banded possum wrasse. A couple of pajama cardinals. More firefish. These things are everywhere. Another springer-eye damsel. Allegedly, coral banded shrimp hiding in here somewhere, but I do not see him. Got some Bangai cardinals, yellow watchman goby, more Bangais right there. There's another cleaner. Got the storm, orange storm Ocellaris clown, more firefish. There's another watchman goby pair in here. And a little brittle star. And that will wrap it up. And that'll do it. Thanks for watching, everybody. As always, if you have any questions, just leave them down below or shoot us a message, and we'll get back to you. If you saw anything you want, stop on in or give us a call and we'll hold it for you. Good one.